What's good, guys? Today we're reacting to a weird video. Just know it's weird. It says 100 moms describe pregnant sex. Keep it 100. And yeah, let's watch.
Did you have sex while pregnant?
Bruh, she looks like a
Definitely,
dude.
that's the best. You never heard pregnant pussy the best pussy?
I never heard of that. Never heard of that. Never heard of that. 100
Did you have sex while you were
mothers?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It's not obvious.
You better.
Yeah.
What?
Probably. I will say, I'm supposed to be vulgar here. Orgasming can it tightens, can feel like a contraction sometimes, but I'm gonna keep doing it.
I never took health. I never took health class.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
What about it was cool?
What about it? I feel like because when you're pregnant, you're more like, can I say horny?
Horny all the time.
Your hormones?
Hormones.
Hormones are very heightened, way higher.
Oh wait, this kind of reminds me. I had a friend who got castrated because he was down bad, bro. Like, you know how you have to, some dogs just get like castrated because they're too down bad and they want to hump everything. So I had a friend like that. He's actually one of my best friends now. So his dad, he took the opportunity to just cut them off. This kid was literally humping his mom.
Out of control.
You would have thought I was a whole different person.
Did you have sex while you were pregnant?
Yes, but not as frequently.
Was there anything about it you disliked?
I didn't like it because I thought it was hitting him, I guess.
It seemed very uncomfortable and just a little weird. There's a baby in
These
there.
moms are
The
down
baby getting
bad.
poked.
Poking the baby.
Going in and out, and I'm like, you're hitting my baby, and I don't like it.
And like I knew babies come out head first, so I was scared she was gonna have like a weird, like a peach head.
How did he feel about it?
He was weird. He was weird about it.
Bad.
My husband would always think.
Why is she yellow?
Why there's so many people.
She's yellow.
My partner was down. They didn't have like fear of the baby being hurt.
I think he thought it was kind of weird. I think I was just kind of like,
I think it's
so I like
weird.
having a baby.
What I've heard from the fellas is that it's really good. Something about stuffed turkey on Thanksgiving, but somebody else will have to tell me about that.
I don't know, he was
Wait,
all over
hold
me.
on,
I'm
wait.
like,
Why did she say she was super masculine for a girl? Bro, you know what the government should do is lace water like with estrogen and feed it to all these girls that are like super masculine. So all these girls that like sound and look masculine, but they're girls, like actual girls that look and sound masculine, they should feed them estrogen to add on to like make them more feminine. Cause like I've been seeing some girls with deeper voices than me. I'm like, yo, go to voice training, bro. Like, why is your joint that deep? So I talked it over. I had this idea. So I wrote to, you can write emails to your like Congress of your state or your head of state or something like that. So I sent one to my governor and I was like, yo, we should make a program to, I don't know, select by choice or something, or see who has a deep voice and start lacing their water with estrogen so they could be way more feminine. Imagine, would feeding estrogen to women make them more feminine, or what would it do? I know this scientist from Athens called Leo Casilio, but he used to do these experiments where he used to feed estrogen to sea animals like sharks, dolphins, whales, all sorts of fish. His goal was to basically make a mermaid. You know how mermaids were super, feminine, all this. So he used to crush all those estrogen pills and he'd feed them to these sharks and all these whales. And one of the sharks actually started developing some female looking characteristics. It got boobs actually, and it was becoming more feminine as he kept feeding it. And like in less than 6 months, the shark was looking really, really feminine. Like this guy was just, wow, he just got wowed. So he jumped in the water to try to see what's going on down there, and he got ate. It's a true story too. You can look this up. The guy's name is Leo Casilino or something like that. But yeah, this is why you guys hear about mermaids. They're not mermaids. It's literally sharks that got fed estrogen by this man. And why does it even work for animals? I don't know, but if you want to try that, feed your cats, your dogs, your fish estrogen and they will become feminine. Trust me, bro. Estrogen will change the future, especially for animals and especially for these like animals that like to hump the same gender as them. You can start feeding that to them, and they'll be. I'm gonna be a scientist too.
I had sex with somebody else that was my current partner at the time. They
What?
definitely were a little too into it. He even would message me after the fact and was like, can I please buy some of your breast milk? Please. I'm like, sir.
Did you have sex while you were pregnant?
Yeah.
Buy breast milk, dog? No, but yo, I'm actually kind of interested. I feel like we should start milking women and using their milk to make cheese, to use for like cereal. Okay, because look, I have this friend in Asia, and it's his village one day, some kidnappers took all the cows, like they left nothing. And these people, they thrived off milk. It was like one of their main sources. So all the women were required to start having babies because they wanted them to lactate, obviously, so they can start making milk. So all the women in that village were literally pressured to start making milk, and they'd milk them on certain days and all that, and it worked. These people actually started using their milk because there's no difference between cow milk and human milk. You could use it to make cheese, you could drink with that. I don't really know the difference. I've never had breast milk before, but if you offer me some, I don't want it from a glass. I want to suck some myself, because just glass feeling is just disgusting. Why would I drink milk from a container when I could just from that huge big brown areola? Like, I want to do that. Yeah, but definitely milking women is not something new. It's been done like way more times. People use their breast milk to make cookies, cheese, to replace milk, literally. Like, I know a family that does that. I've never really ate any of their like pastries because, I'm kind of afraid to drink milk from someone who's not my wife. So I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, you guys can try that. It works, and it's really good too.
Did you like it?
No.
No, not super into it.
It was kind of awkward.
There was a human inside me and then a dick inside of me.
It's like physically, like it hurts. It's
Uncomfortable.
There's like a giant belly in the way.
I felt like a hippo.
Yeah, pregnant
I felt
women
like a whale,
disgusting.
a whale mating session.
Being out of breath.
Just like moving.
And having to pee all the time.
I actually was diagnosed with extreme morning sickness, and so the main thing I struggled with was like, I don't want to see my partner and just throw up.
Did you have sex while pregnant?
Yes, but I didn't want to. I am prone to have uterine fibroids, and I was in pain the entire time I was pregnant.
Did you have sex while you were pregnant?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
What do you like about it?
Man, this kind of makes me want to want to marry. But my thing is like, my type of girls, like they're not around. Cause like I like the really, really, really tall, dark-skinned Sudanese woman, or the like really, really tall Dutch woman. One of those two. But you can't be taller than 6'1", or else you can't be taller than me. But yeah, like 6 foot, 6'1", as long as you're that height, we're gonna hit it off, bro. But the really, really tall ones, I want something like that. Like, a lot of people have types, they like short women, they like light skins, but like, nah, bro, light skins and all that, it's over with, bro. The Sudanese, the really, really tall, skinny ones, they just I don't know, there's something about them. Or like the really tall Dutch women, something is going on in that country, bro. It's like, I want the type of woman that like my type of woman is like so black that if she has a baby with like a white man, the kid's gonna come out looking like me, and he's gonna be like, yo, I'm light skinned, bro, and everybody's gonna look at him, they're like, dog, you think we're gonna agree with you? Like, his mom is like screen black. I'm talking about this sort of black that when they mate with white right here, comes out completely brown. I want that sort of black, bro, like black. Or like she's too white that when like they mate with a black baby or a black man, the kid comes out like white. I'm talking about like Drake type stuff, all that happened to him. But yeah, all that is good. It's amazing.
Didn't have to worry about getting pregnant.
I'm already pregnant.
You don't have to worry about getting pregnant. So,
Did you have sex while pregnant?
Yes, I did.
Did you like it?
Why?
It was okay. Some
Why?
positions are better than others. It was a lot of, what is it called, like sideways sex. There were certain positions that weren't available.
Some of my favorites, you get like one position, maybe two.
You do a little, you know.
You could get a pillow, a pillow under your back. Yeah, you can arch it. Your pillow, little pillow.
How do you know that?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Like a
yeah,
lot
yeah,
more?
yeah. No, probably not. No. Oh my God, no. When you start progressing and you're big as a house, I don't want to flip this motherfucker over and I gotta flip this way. I don't want to do all that, okay? My back hurts, my titties ache.
Please don't touch me. Don't look at me.
Just like, get off of me. Like, I just want to sleep and like eat stuff.
Pregnant sex.
Yes.
Did you have it?
Yes.
Up all the way up
So
until
they
you went
all
to labor?
had it?
Yeah.
They were like, oh, if you have sex, the baby will be induced. So I was like, all right. That whole week, I was like, let's get it on.
Oh yeah, no, that is true. If you have sex while pregnant, your kid is gonna come out really disabled. Cause I have this my really good friend from Asia. His mom used to, do all that, having sex, all that, while she was pregnant, and this guy came out with a disease that that disease where people are in wheelchairs? He has that. His legs, he can't really walk. We all back when we were in grade school, we used to think he had a disease that was contagious. So every time we see him in that wheelchair, we put our gloves on. We would avoid, put on our masks. We had quarantine before it actually came out because we used to think this guy in the wheelchair, we're going to catch that disease if we hang out with him. So now we're really good friends, but he told me what happened. His mom used to really just get down like that. His dad would bend her over. It was intense stuff. You can't be doing this when you're pregnant. I tell people, you cannot do this. You cannot keep on doing this. It's really immature of you to sleep with someone while a baby's inside you. Because do you want your kid to come out crippled in a wheelchair, bro? That's not new. This isn't we're not trying to make these kids autistic on purpose, okay? You gotta give 50-50 to autism to come through. You can't be giving it 100%. Yo, make my kid autistic. Boom. That's why pregnancy sex is the worst. Take this with this is not even me saying random stuff. This was proven by Dr. What's his name? Silas Washington from Harvard University. He said if a mother has sex while pregnant, the kid's gonna come out messed up. Really, something's gonna go inside his brain. All that semen, everything is gonna go inside his brain and it's gonna replace his brain. So he might come out autistic or he might come out just dead. So it's a true story, guys. Avoid this. Please restrain yourself until you've given birth. Then you can start all these young people activities, but don't continue when you're pregnant. It's bad for you. I know this firsthand. It happened to my wife.
I wanted to not be pregnant anymore.
I went 4 days over with both boys, and I was just done.
Did you have sex while you were pregnant?
We did, but not that often.
My husband was deployed.
Oh. Did you have sex while you were pregnant?
Only one time.
Only one time?
Yeah.
So you went a long time with...
Yes, even long after I had my son.
What's the longest you went?
Probably about a year.
How long after your pregnancy did you have sex?
I haven't.
Since your pregnancy?
No.
Oh wow, how long has that been?
It's been a year. It's been a year.
How's that been?
It's been fine. I have no time. I'm preoccupied with the baby, so I haven't even thought about it.
Did you have sex while you were pregnant?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow, all of you?
Yes. What'd you like about it?
It is a lot wetter.
Hella wet. Wet. Juice is flowing. You're very, very moisturized.
No, this is super awkward for me to watch as a man, as I know I cannot get pregnant. I'll never be able to get pregnant. So this is interesting to hear that they go through all this. But then again, I'd never want to sleep with a pregnant woman ever again, bro, because my goal is I want a woman that can make me 40 kids. Just one single woman who's gonna breed me 40 kids. Like a breeding machine. I know a lot of people don't like the idea of being breeding machines, but we need some like, I like genetically submissive girls, the ones that are up for anything. I tell her, yo, I want 80 kids. I want you to like make me a kid every year, bro. We're gonna make a lot of kids. Cause how many kids, what's the max amount of kids a woman can have? Cause I like being loyal. I like being a loyal man. I want my wife and just 80 kids. I want to hit 100 if possible, but I don't think that can be possible. Like, obviously, I'm gonna have to be like, if I had $1 billion, if my net worth was $1 billion and I was that rich, I would give my wife 100 kids super easily. As like, the thing I'd be worried about is her, if she can be consistent to the point where I can have 100 kids. Because if I can't have 100 kids, I don't want any, bro. I want 100 tiny kids running around the house in my huge mansion. Talk about fetishes. Is that a fetish? No, I just want 100 kids. 100. It's gotta be that way, bro. I just love children.
And wet. My
Wait,
boyfriend
pause.
used to say it felt like a toaster strudel. A warm toaster strudel.
Did you have sex when you were pregnant?
My second pregnancy, not a lot of sex because I was a member of this, I call it a cult, but it's technically a church.
I'm sorry, you didn't have sex because you were in a cult?
Ish. And there was just a lot of shame wrapped around being pregnant, like out of wedlock, etc. So.
Did you have sex while you were pregnant?
Of course. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
What'd you like about it?
Honestly, I felt really attractive when I was pregnant.
I think I was actually less self-conscious.
I still felt really pretty.
I think you feel a little bit more liberated. You're not so self-conscious because you're like, I'm carrying life. I am the baddest up in here, you know?
Oh,
so.
actually, I know these guys that used to make fun of pregnant women because they were pregnant. Because it's so hard, like, to get pregnant like that. Like, who got you pregnant? It's so hard to imagine that people actually get pregnant. Cause I know these guys, they once tried to get pregnant because they used to, oh damn, should I tell the whole story? So I know that, I know these guys, it's a bunch of like, they dropped out, like dropouts basically. So they tried to get pregnant one day and they engaged in all sorts of like homosexuality, like all this stuff, and they were trying to get pregnant as hard as they could. And spoilers, they didn't get pregnant and it just didn't turn out as well. But they just started making fun of pregnant women because they couldn't do it. They thought it was impossible to get pregnant. So they started like, oh bro, you guys are lying, you can't, like, it's so hard to get pregnant, this and this. Like, I'm like, yo, this is a true story, by the way. You know, stop doing drugs, because these guys thought they could make kids man to man. Like, dog, I was there, dude. I watched them do this. This guy's talking about, yeah, bro, I'm gonna have a kid of my own, bro. I'm gonna have a kid of my own. Like, dude, you don't have the organs necessary to make children. You feel me? But man, I'll show you guys the video one day. It's funny.
I thought it was amazing.
Yeah, but being pregnant is fun, dude. Wait, let's see how many years. Wow, 94 women have had pregnancy sex. That is so disturbing, bro. Please never have pregnancy sex. Like I told you before, it makes your kid autistic. Because my friends are pretty autistic, and it was because of that. Like I know you're supposed to show some restraint when doing all these sexual activity, but come on, think about your child. Do you want your kid coming out just a mess? Like, think about your children, think about their future. All these Harvard scientists that are saying having pregnancy sex is bad, I'm gonna agree with them. They're scientists. They're literally studying about how it affects the children. So if you are gonna the viewer is gonna disagree with me that pregnancy sex is not a bad idea, go up against all those scientists doing research. Having pregnancy sex makes your kid disabled and autistic. This is written in the books. Go search this up. Stop being so careless, okay? And now, yeah, have a nice day and be safe.